This was the week where Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal trolled corporations on Twitter for being Pride Month hypocrites and doing what is known as rainbow washing, pretending to be for LGBTQ rights while actually funding anti-gay shit. She tweeted at Walmart, hang on, love. Yeah. She tweeted at Walmart, whoa, cute pride logo. What's not cute is giving more than $150,000 to Mitch McConnell and other GOP senators who are actively blocking the Equality Act from becoming law. The Equality Act would basically amend the Civil Rights Act and make it prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, etc. She kept going. This was for AT&T. She tweeted, AT&T donated $56,295 to Mitch McConnell's 2020 campaign while he was actively blocking the Equality Act. But what a great Pride Twitter banner. It is a cute Pride Twitter banner, but
to be fair,
it's fairly well done. Yeah. My favorite, though, of course, is when she tweeted at Raytheon, the defense contractor, who also changed their logo. Oh, yeah. Changed their logo to a rainbow, saying happy Pride from Raytheon's Twitter logo. Less happy about their PAC also donating $18,500 to Mitch McConnell's campaign while he was actively blocking the Equality Act. Yeah, except it's more than that, because, like, Raytheon is a defense contractor. They make smart bombs that have been used by Saudi Arabia against the people of Yemen. Because, like, I don't know, though. Like, when your impoverished town is being bombed, I guess it is comforting to know that your enemy is also an ally. You see how that works? What do you guys think of this, the rainbow washing? Am I doing it? Is it rainbow washing? Is it just, pride washing?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I want corporations to keep doing. Keep pandering to me. I think it's funny. I want to watch the Coke Bear do a death drop. I do. I'm interested in that. Like, it's something that tickles me. But yeah, I mean, she's 1,000% right. And I love, like, a righteous trolling moment from an elected official. I just love it. Yes. So yeah, I mean, it's insane when you see the amounts of money too. I mean, it's not here and there. It's like huge sums of money that I kind of can't believe there's not a ceiling on that. But it's pretty aggressive. And I mean, June is probably my least favorite month because of all of this bullshit. Like, I know as a proud member of the LGBTQ plus community, I should say, I'm proud all year. I don't really need a month designated for it because it is this bullshit. It is like, Walmart being like, look at this diverse ad and and our letters in rainbow.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it's just like what it does to the community. Like, I always say June is that month where everyone is just a bitch to their closest friends. It's because we're all being driven crazy by the whole thing. So I kind of always can't wait for June to be over, to be honest with you, because it's a lot of this, and I don't need this.
Do you find it in person too, Matt? Because this is what I wonder. So in person, do then people start that maybe even know you or kind of know you or maybe worked with you at times, and they go, "Hey, Matt, happy Pride," like, and they're nicer to you directly, like, this month is special for you and you only.
It is funny. I mean, like, it's interesting. So I watch The Real Housewives all the time. Like, it's my main interest. And I know that some of them are like major Trumpers, but then for a Pride festival, it gets to be like fun for them, probably because companies that they recognize are being like, this is something mainstream now. And it just gets fun for everyone. So yeah, I mean, I've had a Trump aunt or two text happy Pride, and I'm just like, really? Like, this is another element of it that I'm just like,
but also good for you.
The corporatization of my own sexuality is,
yeah, that's very strange. I mean, that's why, like, so to this point, there's a whole hashtag Keep Your Pride campaign. That is a campaign that basically targets these corporations that are actually funding really hateful legislation and supporting things like blocking the Equality Act. Anheuser-Busch, NBC Universal, General Motors, Coca-Cola. Together, the 5 companies targeted by the campaign donated $350,000 to politicians who've used it to attack the queer community. So I totally agree. I'm like, it's the same way. I think it's the same question for me when people are like, you know, the right of women and trans people to serve in the military and to like serve without being obviously assaulted or harassed or anything. And I'm like, I'm for that. At the same time, I have a lot of critiques of the US military, you know, but I'm not going to say that it's total BS to like have a more equal playing field in a field that I fundamentally disagree with on so many levels. So it's, you know, at the same time, I think the people need mainstream stuff to be spoon-fed to them before they can understand that like it's cool. And then you've got like a bridge in Florida whose beautiful, you know, light display of the like rainbow at night got like shut down because from, you know, anti-gay folks there.
Well, this is what's crazy also. Things like that, which are just like an indication or a showing illustration of support. That's supposed to be there so that maybe other folks who maybe are on the borderline or feel that they can't really say what they feel, or maybe they actually got a chance to meet someone that they thought was a certain way because they've been so detached from who they are. And then they're like, well, this light display, it's not that it changes lives. That one down, I think was it Orlando? It's not that it changes lives or actually changes anyone's policy. It's supposed to be there to show that this is more of a mainstream acceptance thing, because we accept the aggression and anger that guys tend to have, and this what's the right term? There's such a term for it where just it's accepted that boys will be a certain way, guys will be a certain way. It's just the way it is. Hey, it's what it is. That has become so mainstream that people's lives have been just greeted that way. Now, if things like these displays make people see it as a normalcy, they'll stop seeing a rainbow flag and go, "Oh my God, what are those people doing?" And they'll stop with that kind of fear over someone being who they are. Those are fine. Now, when it comes to these corporations and stuff, when it's giving money that actually changes people's lives, that's a thing. And by the way, the whole thing in Florida and in Orlando, they took down those lights as if it's some kind of affront to someone. If you wear a shirt, we have TYT shirts that have the rainbow flag across it. And if you're wearing it, people have to go, "Oh my God, what are you doing with that shirt? What's going to happen?" Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my head through the head hole. I'm going to put my arms through the armhole. Now I'm going to pull it over me and I'm going to wear it, because that's what we do with shirts. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually change anything, but that's what we tend to have a problem with. We have a problem with a rainbow bridge that's not actually literally changing any legislation. We'll take that down and complain about someone's pride shirt, but we won't have complaints about people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to make sure legislation destroys people's lives that we've been systematically destroying since forever.
Yeah, and I think it's just because people don't know about it. So that's why I'm so happy that she went in as hard as she did. Because like once you say this out loud, it's like, argue with me about it. I dare you. Like it's crazy. It's disingenuous. It's hypocritical. It's homophobic. It's every word. It's
homophobic, and I mean, that's the other thing is like, it's not just the Equality Act. It is like funneling of money into, you know, Supreme Court picks that are like Handmaid's Tale, you know, throwbacks. It's like Brett Kavanaugh's and Amy, whatever, ACAB. And like those people have an agenda, and that agenda is incredibly homophobic, incredibly sexist, incredible, like all the things. And a lot of that goes part and parcel with what we're going to talk about later, which is dark money, and like the amount of dark money that is allowed to flow in to those Supreme Court nominations, to these groups, to these think tanks that all have the same sort of hateful agenda. So yeah, it's hard. It's like Walmart does sort of, again, spoon feed, but we need more than this at this point, guys.
When you think about it, these types of decisions are made. I'm not going to take too long on this. These type of decisions are made by these groups and these organizations in like full-on decision-making process. So they know who they're giving money to politicians to make these decisions, and then they know that they're putting on social these pandering type of messages that don't really match up with their quote-unquote values or their lack thereof. So it's not a mistake. It's not like they're thinking, "Oh, we actually do support for Pride Month," but at the same time, they're paying money in the back door. They know where the important things are. They know where they are. Everyone knows where the money's
they're like, all you got to do is change the logo. It's the logo, and then we can still sell rat meat. See how we don't have E. coli? All right.
It either indicates that they don't respect the people that actually believe and live it, or they just don't believe that they really believe it at all.
Well said.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good.